so much for your time, sir. You are 92 batch IS officer. You have been two different departments. You have occupied different positions in your journey so far. How has been the experience as a young bureaucrat or IS officer?
Well, as an experience, it has been a wonderful experience, especially when you work in a challenging kind of field environment in J&K. During the times when I was in the field in J&K, it was not a very conducive environment for an officer to work, and I tried my level best to do as best as I could in the situation. I have been successful as well, and I learnt a lot along the way.
And how responsive or supportive is the state machinery to the bureaucracy? Because ultimately you need support of the top hierarchy to perform at ground level.
Yeah. Well, I am a part of the same machinery anyway, maybe at a senior level, but my experience has been that the state level machinery, which is my subordinates, they have been very supportive, very responsive, and a large number of them are of high caliber as well, and because of which, as a team leader, you are successful also. But there are many challenges also in the state machinery, which we constantly address. Every day we keep on addressing them, and the top level hierarchy, the political class, has been very supportive and responsive to the needs of the people, and which is the goal of everybody working in the government machinery.
You are IT secretary, a lot more new issues comes to you, and IT is something which is highly related to young people. We are a diverse country, very young country, more than 60% people are young, their aspirations are really high. How has been Jammu and Kashmir on ICT front? What is the development level and deployment level there?
In terms of ICT use, communication, of course, it is a part of the national licensing kind of policies, and most of the major players are already working in mobile telephony area in the state. BSNL, of course, is a major provider of telecom services. In terms of IT services, the government systems have started using IT services in a big way, and many of the departments where the officers in charge as heads have taken initiatives, they have done very good work. It is just that some of this work does not get reflected in the national media properly. As an IT secretary, my job is to enable all the government departments with latest technologies, latest hardware equipment to be used, latest platforms to be used for providing good citizen services, and that is the job which we are doing. In addition, we are responsible for our core infrastructure projects like data center, the state service delivery gateway, and the statewide area network. On this, we in J&K have been lagging a little bit, but in the last couple of months we have made huge progress. Our data center would be ready for use in the middle of next month, and it is almost ready, getting tested finally. Many of the applications are also ready to be used for citizen services delivery, and the work continues for new services to be rolled out. Many of the rapid rollout services which are already available with other state governments, we are going to replicate them as it is, because you don't have to invent the same thing again and again. And in other areas of urban development, as well as the municipal services, the birth certificates, issuance of medical certificates, a lot of applications have developed. Especially in the municipal management, a lot of IT applications have been used by the Housing and Urban Development Department in J&K, and which is a unique kind of work.
How has been the response of the people as well as the...
People's response has been very good, although there is a little bit of lethargy many a times within the state machinery, which is a challenge, and we keep on addressing that. For that, actually, we are trying to do a lot of capacity building exercises. In the capacity building of middle level officers, which are from the KAS, the Kashmir Administrative Service, we have already started doing e-governance life cycle trainings for lower level officers who are junior level officers, and around 125 people have already been trained in that, which has created a lot of buzz in use of ICT in the governance and government services. And now even the officers are demanding that small projects at the office level, at the department level should be done, and they are developing it also, and we are supporting them as well. Then comes the next stage of capacity building, where the senior level of officers in the Kashmir Administrative Services, who will be managing projects under the e-district program of the government and many other individual projects. For them, we are doing project management training also for IT projects, as well as in general project management training through many reputed partners, Project Management Institute, REPs, and that has also received a very good response. It has just started. One batch has been done, and another batch is starting, and it will continue for next couple of months, when we train around 150 officers from the KAS who are the senior level officers in project management trainings. So this capacity building exercise would create a good pool of senior as well as middle level officials who would be the harbinger of taking these projects forward.
Any reason why we have not been as successful in Jammu and Kashmir as we are probably in other states?
Well, if you are trying to compare J&K with maybe Hyderabad or Bangalore, then it is an unfair comparison in my opinion. It's not that we are unsuccessful in J&K. It is just that there have been challenges in the past. The state of J&K was not a normal state. Few years ago, it went through a cycle of 20 years of violence and many other things, instability kind of thing. And naturally, at that stage, some of the initiatives cannot be taken, which probably were taken in places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and many other states. So that of course is a setback which we need to cover by taking a giant leap, and that is the whole intention of IT department, that we will skip many of the steps which are no longer needed, are redundant considering the present level of technology, and we will try and leap into the latest technology.
India has been doing this event since long time. How was your experience as a speaker, and you have went through the different
eINDIA, this is my first time I have attended this event, and I'm glad that I came here, and I found that the forum is a nice forum for interaction between public and the private sector. Most of the IT development, the latest developments do happen in private sector, and technologies, both hardware as well as in terms of software, come from the private sector. And unless such kind of forum is available or a platform is available, it is very difficult for the government sector to know on a wider scale what is going on and what can be used in the IT sector for providing G2C services. So I really liked it, and the panel discussions also bring out certain core challenges which can be handled in the coming years by the administrators like us, and also it also brings our perspective in front of the private sector participants, so that when they are doing and developing new things, they keep this thing in mind.
E-government is one of another major initiative where most of the states are trying to actually provide service via e-government's facility. How has been your department, especially in Jammu and Kashmir?
In J&K, what we have done is that many of the things have to be done within the government system first, which have to be set right. Our own systems have to be enabled for the IT benefits to flow to the citizens. Both things are complementary, and they can go hand in hand. For many of the government projects where public money is used, we are now introducing a mobile-based tracking system, which we have got it developed, and we are rolling it out for our one of the projects, which is called border area development projects, in which remote areas, a lot of work, development work goes on, and it is difficult to monitor. But this new application will have geolocation tagging, timestamps, and many other new technology areas, and making it real-time availability to the decision makers. This is one area where we are doing on our own within the government system, but in many other areas we are developing interfaces with the citizens, which are typically already available in many states under Me Seva, for example. Some issuance of normal certificates, caste certificate, all those things will of course come onto that portal, and these are regular services, and some of these services we are planning to roll out in the coming months.
How has been the response of especially youth, because it's very important they get adapted to these services?
No, the youth in J&K is highly advanced in terms of their knowledge of using telecom technology as well as the IT. IT education has spread in J&K at a reasonably high level, and many of the people are getting benefits of IT education by going outside J&K and doing their degree courses and postgraduate courses as well. So it is not that there is any lack of human resource, but it is just that this human resource has to be tapped, and it has to be channelized in a manner where the real benefits flow to the industry, both in the private sector and also in the government sector. We utilize their services in a effective manner.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful talking to you, sir.
Thank you very much.